Hey guys, so are we all? So welcome to My Way Tarot. This will be a general reading for all Aries placements. Everything you need to know about myself, the reading or the channel can be found in the description box below. So we're going to use multiple decks of cards for your reading today. We have tarot cards, oracle cards, and a few personalized messages that I've created. Please bear in mind that this is a general reading, so with the messages, only take what you feel resonates and leave the rest. And please use your own sense of discernment with the messages and not force them to fit with a particular situation. So all the decks I'm using are listed in the description box below, and I've done a major shuffle of all the cards so we can pretty much get straight into your reading. So angels of love and light, could please clear and concise messages for Aries placements. What do they need to know for the current energies for whenever they come across these timeless tarot messages? What do they need to know, please and thank you? What do they need to know, please and thank you? So starting off the reading with the tea leaf fortune cards, and then we'll move into tarot. Also guys, happy birthday Aries. Hope you enjoy your birthday season, or happy belated birthday to you if you've already had of your birthday. Sending much love and light out to you all and wishing you many blessings, abundance and peace and prosperity, right? So we're going to get into your read. So career flew out, okay? So there's something highlighted about your career. We have an astral house. We have marriage. Wow, okay. We have a month of the year, April. So this could be extra significant, guys. If you are an April Aries or your birthday's in April, but obviously this is Aries season still. And also maybe Taurus placements could be important too, but we're just coming up to the end of March, soon to be in April. And we have key, successful outcome to your problems. Okay, now with this marriage card, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, right? I mean, it could be, but what I'm picking up on more is that it's likely related to like a well-fitted kind of maybe partnership or a connection with someone that could be potentially work related. I'm not getting like a work-based like romance, right? I'm picking up on just the sense of harmony coming through, where there's a nice union of two people that get on very well in a project of sorts or something like that, working together as a potential here, right? Bottom of the deck, we have wishbone, a wish is granted. Guys, then we have May underneath, so April and May. So I know that obviously we've had the spring equinox, we're at the beginning of the new astrological year because we've started, you know, with your birthday season, but April and May, so the rest of spring is being showcased here. So Taurus and maybe Gemini season or placements, and then rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. I do believe, guys, that, you know, as we get closer to May or being in the beginning of May, there would be Venus has finally then gone out of retrograde. Mercury is not going to be in retrograde. Jupiter will be direct. I do believe that Mars is direct. There's something to do with the transition of the planet Neptune moving from Pisces to your sign, Aries, and Neptune has been in Pisces for the past 14 years. So there's something quite pivotal that's quite poignant, quite big, that's happening for everyone, but especially as it's going to be in your sign, okay? So it may be worthwhile, you know, finding out a little bit more to do with that. But a wish is being granted. And I don't feel like it's just one wish, guys. I feel like there are quite a few things that are starting to turn around for you, okay? So we have the Strength card that just broke up in the middle of the deck with Leo coming in, and the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be an important conversation with a Leo, or you just have Leo placements, or somebody that's a Leo wants to speak to you, maybe, but that's quite specific, but we'll get into it. So what's happening? 555 just come up on the timer. That's an angel number that represents significant change. Okay, so what is going on for Aries? What do they need to know, please and thank you? Wow, the Magician, Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio. Some big manifestations coming through for you. Love it, guys. Okay. Wow, Two of Cups. Yeah, there could be love on... I'm hearing love on the brain. There could be something happening about your love life, maybe. And then look, King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's you. So there could be something happening in regards to love. I mean, it's definitely plausible. What else is going on here for Aries? Three of Cups, getting together, celebrations, reunions, reconciliations. Wow, okay, Ten of Swords, everything is fine. So I feel like there's definitely been a bit of a difficult time, okay? Yeah, with the Eight of Swords and the Fool, there's you. So you may have felt a bit stuck, a bit confused, kind of really concerned over a situation. Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles. 33 may be significant. Maybe 38 or 80, 23 or 32. But look, we have 1, 2, 3 coming in and 3, 2, 1. So I'm getting like a countdown, and then we have the Strength card again. Okay. Maybe something about Leo season or August is being highlighted as well. Now, guys, I wouldn't usually do this, but I want to just quickly find out a bit more to do with this Magician. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay. Well, that was pretty concise. So there's a breakthrough, maybe in communication. Okay. Yeah, things have been stuck and stagnant for a while with the Hanged One. There's been a lot of kind of wondering if there's going to be movement on something, if there isn't. Debating in one's mind as to whether to go for something or not. But I feel like somebody's getting clarity on something. Five of Swords. Why is the Five of Swords coming through? Four of Pentacles. So guys, there's definitely the sense of surrendering to a situation, walking away or letting go of something first and foremost before moving on forward with a new situation. I do believe I picked on very similar energy for you in your last reading, where it was like the unfinished business comes first, okay, before there's movement. So if you... or maybe a love interest that you're not necessarily dealing with is in a situation where there is some sort of karmic relationship or what have you there, a situationship, etc., whatever label you want to put on it, that is something that needs to be moved on from first, to be let go of, to be released before there's the movement forward in regards to then be embracing something new. And an important conversation taking place. But I feel like somebody has this on their mind and they've been taking action towards you, or you're taking action towards someone, but there's something to be resolved first and foremost before this gets off the ground, I just heard. Yeah, before this takes off with the Tower and the Ace of Wands, yeah. I feel like there may be a bit of sensual energy kind of bubbling up to the surface, yeah, with the King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Aries and Scorpio with the Tower. So before there is like, you know, a more stable connection coming in, with like a high level soulmate, past life connection, or a twin flame energy, there's something that's to be oh gosh, I just heard shattered to pieces first and foremost. There's got to be the destruction of one thing before the new can come in. Yeah. Wow, Queen of Pentacles. We just saw the King of Pentacles and then the Page of Wands. Before there is, I'm hearing the messaging or the movement, right? To do with this person who you're wanting something more long-term with, because I feel like there is I'm hearing a match made in heaven with that Queen and King of Pentacles. Like there's a strong sense of compatibility with you and someone. There is a deeper connection, but before that there is the breakup, the separation from a third party here that may turn into chaos, but it needs to be dead and gone here with the Death card, before there is a sense of a wish fulfillment for you or for you and this person to get together and have this transform between the two of you. So yes, before there is the wish granted to do with a love relationship, there's some ish that needs to be sorted out first and foremost before there is the movement forward with something else, okay? So somebody's needing to take a bit more time to tie up the loose ends or sort out what they're needing to. This may require a little bit more patience. Obviously, I know that I kind of say that hesitantly, guys, because I know that, you know, obviously I'm a fellow fire sign myself, so patience can sometimes not be one of the strong suits, right? But I totally get it. But other than that, breaking up the deck, we have the Fool. There is a new chapter, a new energy coming in, a new cycle that will bring in your wish fulfillment with the Nine of Cups, okay? I'm hearing it's guaranteed. Something is guaranteed to work out and it will be fine, right? But there's definitely the tying up of loose ends to do with something first and foremost, and walking away from with the Eight of Cups. I mean, getting away from the confusion or whatever. I mean, even if it's a sense that somebody isn't dealing with a person in particular and they feel like they have options, I feel like somebody may be worried that another person has options. But anyway, I want to dive on into this. What's going on for the Magician? The Hermit, Virgo energy. What's going on for Aries? The Star, Aquarius energy. Wow. Three of Wands. What's to go underneath the Two of Cups, please and thank you. Wow. We have the Chariot, Cancer's energy. Five of Pentacles. Page of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and then the Two of Cups upright. Wow. Okay, with the Six of Wands and the Nine of Wands. I'm just going to put it out here. Someone is feeling very unsure that if they come through towards you, that they're not sure whether you're just going to put them out in the cold. I'm hearing leave them out to pasture, basically. Somebody is wanting to work on this with you. They are genuinely wanting to apologize, okay? I feel like there's been some sort of childishness, immature behaviour. I feel like this person may have had quite a big ego, okay? They may have been a little bit arrogant, right? I feel like intuitively you've known and felt that there is a deeper connection, but somebody may have not wanted to acknowledge it or see it or showcase or express to you that they do get it, that they see it. But I feel like somebody, yeah, with the Empress as well as the Three of Cups, I feel like somebody's wanting to now come through and be like, actually, I know exactly what this is. I know what part you play in my life, okay? There's somebody wants to take you off the market from Nine of Pentacles to the Empress. Somebody is definitely recognizing what this is between you and them. They're wanting to build. They're wanting to work together on this, okay? And I'm hearing no more breadcrumbing. Well, because you're not going to accept that, are you? I mean, if this person was to come in and start giving out a load of crumbs, you could say, well, you can pick those up and take them away. Basically, as blunt as that sounds, it's like, unless you're coming through to give me a bakery, then I don't want it. No crumbs here, I need to eat. What do you think? I can't survive on crumbs? I mean, I can't survive on crumbs. Okay, I mean, look, you the Nine of Pentacles, they're somebody that, you know, they don't accept crumbs. Especially with the Empress as well, are you kidding? Five of Wands with the King of Wands, there's you, okay. What else? Six of Swords and Judgment, Sagittarius energy. Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, there basically is someone that's been in their head, right? Whether to come back around and to reconcile, to work things out. They may be like not sure of what they are to say. Or they weren't before, or they know exactly what they want to say, but they feel like they're unable to say it for some reason. But basically there's this energy of another girl around here. And I feel like it can really work out. It can be fine between you and this person. Yeah, with the Ten of Pentacles as I break up the deck. I feel like this is something you and this person both want. You're both wanting something more solid and stable with each other that can lead into more of a long-term commitment. I feel like there may be people around you and this person that are going to feel a bit jealous or a bit bitter or a bit envious about you and someone being together, right? There's like a kicking up a bit of a fuss to do with this. But basically what I'm hearing is that you both don't care. I'm hearing they can do what they like if they want to kick up a fuss, then fine, fair enough, but it's not going to change our minds or alter our decision. We know what we feel is right for ourselves, and we're both in the sense of alignment with this, and this is what we both want. So if other people then don't like it, then tough. I'm hearing just couldn't care less. So there's people here that are definitely going to be, you know, projecting of certain things, right? But I'm hearing they're just going to be showing their hand by doing all of these potentially petty, childish things, right? If they are, they're just going to show themselves up, and it's going to be even more evidently clear, right? I'm hearing that you both have made the right decision in regards to each other, and that you're both mutually in this, right? And it just the others are just basically humiliating themselves, right? That's what I heard. I just heard something to do with, it's like if you and this person were to be together and you have this like public display of affection, and then it's like other people are around kind of gossiping or chatting or whispering amongst themselves about the fact that, oh, you and this person are holding hands, or you've shared a kiss, or, you know, whatever. And they're kind of saying all sorts of things, or why are they with them, or, you know, basically trying to downgrade the person that you choose to be with or they choose to be with you. And these others are like, well, surely they're not good enough for this person, etc., etc. And it's all rubbish, right? That's what I'm hearing. So there are going to be beady eyes on the two of you, but I feel like you can handle whatever this is, and just ignore them for the most part, right? Pay them no mind. As long as you both are happy and you feel really good about this connection and you feel that it's right and you're not harming of anyone, because obviously you're not, right? And you're happy and this is healthy and this is something that you have both been kind of wishing for, then I actually genuinely feel this would be really great for you and this person. I definitely get the impression that there's been some sort of spiritual awakening or the dark night of the soul, and there's this sense of ascending in this connection where you and this person have definitely gone through some trials and tribulations. I'm hearing especially as you've been apart or in separation, so like no contact or little contact, you've been at a distance, you've both been kind of dealing with things on your own and getting on with your lives and healing what you've needed to and learning of certain lessons here. And I feel like there's this coming together happening relatively soon with the Ace of Cups again as I break up the deck. I'm hearing it's time for you and this person. Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm hearing that song, Let's Get It On. Is that by Marvin Gaye? I don't know. Let's Get It On. So I'm hearing all sorts of things, but there's definitely a strong sensual energy between you and someone, okay? I am definitely picking up on that for sure. Breaking up the deck with from the Modern Witch Tarot, and the Empress came out. So Divine Feminine, and then the Page of Cups next. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. So there is absolutely someone that sees you, or you're seeing as someone as like everything. That's what I just heard, okay? But anyway, I don't want to kind of solely focus on love, but it's obviously coming up, so you know, it had to be talked about a little bit, you know. But onto other things. So I feel like there's this sense of a rebirth happening for you. There's been a lot of self-discovery, a lot of exploration, a lot of healing, and needing the sense of your own time to work through your own ish and to figure out certain things about yourself and what it is that you're wanting, where you want to go in your life, planning for the future. What does the future idealistically look like for you? How can you go from A to B with implementing of certain steps here? Like, are you in alignment for what it is that you're wanting to create as part of your dream life, right? Are you actually proactively doing certain things that align with what it is that you're genuinely wanting for yourself? Or is there the sense of misalignment with those, right? It's the same as, like, for instance, if you were somebody who's wanting to train for an event, right? Maybe like a marathon or a race or whatever, maybe health goal or something. It's like you have to implement certain strategies here in order to go from one position, a place of acceptance of where you are now and where you want to be and in the time frame, and it requires planning and preparation to get to that point. So therefore, in that time frame, you're getting closer to being able to achieve that particular goal of completing whatever this is, right? And then setting little mini goals along the way to get to that position and place. And it's the same as what it is in regards to other areas of your life, like for your career or for your health or whatever, right? So I feel like there's a lot of evaluation here going on and taking a look, going, right, this is where I'm currently at. I have done so much of this, that, and the third. I'm not quite necessarily where I want to be. I feel like I've got a better idea of where I want to be. But what could I do now in order for me to get there? It's like embracing this version of you that you know that you want to be, and then using that kind of inspiration or what have you and implementing it into your day-to-day life. Like, for instance, if you are someone that's wanting to be an author, to write of your own book or something like this, you would think, well, in the life of an author, somebody that's written a book about themselves or whatever it is that they're doing, it's like they would cut out certain amounts of time for this, or they would research that, or they would look into this, and you know, bit by bit each day, it's like they would consistently apply themselves to carry out of those particular tasks. And then it doesn't have to be a great big thing, right? But as long as it's manageable bite-sized chunks of whatever it is that you're working on, and then as the time goes by, then you're looking back going, gosh, look what it is that I've created, look what it is that I've done. So making sure that something's not completely overwhelming for you, right? Or being too unrealistic, I'm hearing, in regards to how much you can take on. I'm hearing making sure it's important you don't put too much pressure on yourself to the point whereby I'm hearing you're not having that sense of enjoyment or getting that sense of pleasure from whatever this is anymore. It's important to kind of strike a balance in regards to this. Okay. What else? Some of you have dealt with some issues in regards to finances, okay? You may have dealt with unemployment, or potentially you have had not as much money as you would ideally like. Not necessarily to go out there to splurge and to treat yourself and to be, you know, I'm hearing too, like, flamboyant and, you know, with your finances and all of this and to the extremes. I'm just getting that you haven't been able to take as much good care of yourself as you'd wish to, because there has been a sense of lack. I feel like you're someone who's definitely still putting in the work though. And I feel like there's been something that's been taken out of your control. And maybe you just feel a bit burnt out or a bit overwhelmed or quite emotional because this has potentially been going on for a little while now. So what I'm getting is that there is this change that's happening relatively soon, where you're receiving this sense of recognition for your work, especially if it's to do with a particular project, or even if you are someone who's self-employed here. You may have had issues in regards to your health, or potentially difficulties with, like, say for instance, a creative block, a writer's block. You've not just been feeling like you've been able to be in the flow of creating of something new or coming up with new ideas. That's something that's shifting. If also you've been dealing with a work environment that's been a little bit hostile, okay? You know, maybe office politics, or potentially dealing with a manager or a boss that's a bit of a... I did think of a word, but I'm not allowed to say that. So obviously fill in the gap there, however it may resonate. Yeah, no, I definitely can't say that. What just came to my mind, I certainly can't say that because I will definitely be told off for that. But there could be someone that you've had a few issues with, and there could be like a breaking point in regards to that. So therefore you may be like wanting to leave a particular job or be moved to a different department, or you're hoping this person gets upped and moved somewhere else, right? Or they find something elsewhere and then you don't have to deal with them anymore. And I'm hearing problem solved. Some of you are wanting to travel a lot more for work, or you're wanting to be able to incorporate more of a work-life balance, have more freedom to be able to do things that genuinely bring you that sense of satisfaction, especially if you're someone who's always working all the time and you don't get much time off. So there could be certain evaluation in regards to that. So obviously as we're coming through into the spring and the summer months, it depends where you are in the world, it's like you wanting to go out and enjoy the sun and be celebrating with friends and having nice times outside, you know, all of that. What else? Anything else? Receiving new keys are important, maybe because of a relocation, or you're giving in your keys so that you can then relocate, or you're allowing someone a key, like getting a second pair of keys. Maybe if you're wanting someone to move in with you, or you're wanting they're wanting you to move in with them. I'm picking up on a new car, or a road trip, or a holiday. There could be something that you're planning on or hoping that will come into fruition relatively soon. But let's look into the modern witch. Oh no, not the modern witch. These are the personalized messages. Okay. So Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancer, Sagittarius, Leo is coming through the strongest. 222 333 777 999 717 37 75 666. What's going on here for Aries? Have trust and faith that miracles happen every day. Well, we've got that being represented here with the wish fulfillment and the wishbone. Relocation. Wow. So some of you have been really holding out and wanting to relocate here. This could have been something that you've wanted for a very, very long time. I feel like at this point you don't necessarily care whether it is for career or whether it's just personally. I just feel like there's a sense of wanting to not necessarily escape of somewhere, but it's like it just doesn't really resonate anymore. And it's like, well, life's short, I'm hearing, so I want to go for it. I want to experience this. Long overdue. What did I say? Just a moment ago, you may have really wanted this for a long time. And road trip, I also said that as well. So there could be an important trip coming up, right? Any other messages quickly? Because I feel like there is another message in here. Yes. Okay, there's two. New job, a new job on the horizon, and then generational curse breaker. That could be something that resonates as well. And you don't look like what you've been through. So maybe, guys, you're going through a bit of a glow up, okay, as well. Like you're focusing on your health a bit more or something. You know, it's just being in your birthday season is naturally gonna give you that extra boost. What's going on with the angel answers, please and thank you? Within the next few weeks, well, we got April here, okay, which is sooner than that. So Something about the next few weeks. Oh, wow. Okay, if I can hold the cards. Success. Something is going to successfully work out within the next few weeks. I wonder what that is. Ooh. An opportunity. Okay. So opportunity awaits. Yes, it does. Okay. And within the next few months. So maybe someone saying yes to something within the next few months. Okay. Right. So somebody may have a question for you, or you have a question for someone. However that may resonate. I mean, that could be a whole host of things. It could be in regards to, you know, a project, a collaboration, a partnership, maybe to a move, something to do with a relationship. It could be all sorts of things, or yes to a trip. However, just fill in the gaps there, guys, to whatever came to mind for you and that you intuitively felt that when I was saying of it, that could resonate, right? But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the reading. That's all I'm picking up on. Lots of different types of messages came through. I'm sorry if it did feel a little bit stop and start, but you know, as we go through Mercury retrograde, sometimes it can be quite difficult to communicate more than usual anyway, right? But that's going to be then the read. So I hope that there have been some messages, a few messages, if not the whole reading, that potentially resonated. And if you have enjoyed this reading and you wish to support myself in the channel, there are donation links available. There is a PayPal link in the description box below, and the other option is Super Thanks, which is listed underneath this video. So thank you so much to those of you who have already donated. I greatly appreciate you. Even if you don't financially donate, a wonderful way to energetically donate is to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll get back to you guys on those comments when I can. I do enjoy reading those, so thank you. Please hit the notification bell so you get an alert as to when I post another video for you and you don't miss out on future updates or content made available on the channel. And please feel free to check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury and North Node placements in the other zodiac signs so you can gain more insight for your timeless tarot messages. But sending love and light out to you all, if I can talk, to you all. And happy birthday, or happy belated birthday, Aries. Guys, I gotta cut out of this reading. I just heard I gotta dip. And then I just saw like Usain Bolt and his like kind of movement. Anyway, I'm not going to edit any of this, so enjoy. But I can't stop laughing. Right, I'll see you and speak to you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.